we have a word about someone who has been a huge influence on me, on my executive producer, and frankly, all of us at NBC News. It's Tom Brokaw. He is one of those men who truly needs no introduction, particularly here. He is retiring after 57 years at this network. We'd need another hour to name everything Tom has done here. But as he wrote to me yesterday, the first television news broadcast I saw was the Huntley-Brinkley Report, and I was hooked. By 1966, I was briefing David Brinkley on Ronald Reagan's campaign for governor of California. And that was quickly followed by White House correspondent during Nixon and Watergate, host of Today, anchor of Nightly News, and interim anchor of Meet the Press. Tom went on to say, I never tired of it, and the men and women of NBC were and will remain family forever. You know, Andrea, I got the privilege after the tragedy of Tim's death in 2008 to basically be Tom's wingman as he was the interim host here at Meet the Press. And one thing he instilled into me, he says, NBC, other networks may do some other things better than us, but nobody does politics better than us. Don't forget it. Andrea?
Well, that's absolutely true. And, you know, he coined the phrase, the greatest generation, the book he wrote in 1998 after his first trip to Normandy in 94. Think about it, one day. I think about December 9th, 2015, the day that candidate Trump announced the Muslim ban. Tom was in New York having 3 hours of chemo. He's arm in an IV with one hand. He writes an essay, and flies to D.C. about the dangers of paranoia trumping reason, about the internment of Japanese Americans, about McCarthy, about, you know, the way black Americans were speaking. And then he speaks about this Muslim American who enlisted after 9/11 and that he has a permanent home in Arlington. That same night, he goes to the German embassy. I was there, and he gets the highest possible award from the German government for what he did in 1989 in front of the Berlin Wall, the only American anchor, to foresee what was going to happen, to be there because of the great reporter he is and was, the great writer. So that's the legacy.
And he's not going away.
The diplomat.
That's right.
He's not going away.
He's not going away. He's an important touchstone for me on a weekly and bi-weekly basis for all of us, and you're going to be hearing from him a lot. Thank you, Tom. We love you. Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.